So, Dog the Bounty Hunter has joined the search for Brian Laundrie. I'm going to talk about who that is and tell you why he has joined the search for Brian Laundrie. If you don't know who Brian Laundrie is, he is now a person of interest in the murder of Gabby Petito. He was her fiance. So, as always, grab your snack, grab your drink, and let's talk about it. Roll the intro. Alright, if you don't know who he is, this is Dwayne Chapman. He's best known as Dog the Bounty Hunter. He had a TV show on A&W, then it moved to a few other networks. I think it's on Peacock now. But he was a really big thing in like the early 2000s for this TV show where he would hunt down people and basically bring people to justice. He is according to Wikipedia, I have notes. According to Wikipedia, he is a bounty hunter and former bail bondsman, and he is 68 years old. I've got to be honest, when I first heard about this, I thought, is this just a publicity stunt on his part? But I didn't really peg him for that. Like, I tweeted about it, and I was like, what do you guys think? Is this like a publicity stunt on his part to kind of like bring himself back into that popularity that he used to have? But a lot of people think he's actually being genuine, and I've been watching videos about it since last night, trying to see, why Dog the Bounty Hunter of all people is looking for Brian Laundrie, and he has a few good valid reasons. He basically says that he also has lost a daughter at the same age that Gabby was, and that he knows exactly what this family is going through at the moment, and he wants Brian to be brought to justice. Earlier this week, he knocked on the Laundrie family's door, which a lot of people think that Brian's parents are actively helping him avoid the law or had something to do with it, or feeding him information in some way, because they have been completely silent about this whole thing, even though people have been begging for them to, come up and talk about it and try to help find their son, try to help, because Gabby lived with them. Gabby lived with them for, I think, 1 or 2 years or something, and they treated her like a daughter, and they kind of looked at her like a daughter, so it's like, why aren't you helping find your son who probably has something to do with your daughter's disappearance and then eventual ending of her life? So anyways, Dog knocked on the door asking to speak to the father, because he has a reputation, and that people know that even though he's tough and he will find you, that he will give you a second chance. But as with also the FBI and most of the authorities, no one answered the door to Dog, and that's kind of where he now has been put into this, and he, excuse me. I'm so sorry. He says that he is getting thousands of tips a day. He says that he really feels for Gabby's family, and that he really wants to help bring Brian to justice, because why else would Brian be running? If you guys don't know, Brian Laundrie, seen here with Gabby, has been on the run for the last 2 weeks, and no one has been able to find him. There's been a whole bunch of clickbaity videos saying that he's updating his Pinterest, he's updating his Facebook, it's so dark, it's all this and it's all that, and I think even the commentary channel Without a Crystal Ball, I think she said that she was Gabby Petito or something. Stick to talking about the Duggars. Because that's how I know with the Crystal Ball is her Duggar videos, that she talks about the Duggar family. Now, on to what does Dog think as a professional bounty hunter and bail bondsman? What does he think, or where does he think that Brian is? He says, I got my notes here. He says that Brian is an outdoorsman, and that he's not an experienced criminal to live a life out on the run. That eventually he's going to be found, and that he's probably hiding out in the woods somewhere, maybe in the mountains, doing what he knows best. And that he probably doesn't have that many survival skills, and that he's probably not smart enough to like dig a cave, and that there's infrared cameras and technology now, that it's just a matter of time before Brian is found. Like, a lot of people are saying that, oh, he fled to Mexico by now. Oh, he's probably in Canada by now. Brian's gone. Brian's gone. Like, that's it. But Dog says that even if miraculously that Brian ends up in Mexico, he has connections in Mexico, and that the cartels probably are aware of who he is, of who Brian is, and that they would turn him in for the sheer fact to get the reward, and that Dog has connections himself to Mexico, so he would even go down to Mexico to bring Brian back. He thinks eventually that they're going to get to Brian. If it's not him, it's going to be the other authorities that are going to get to Brian. And it's only a matter of time. Now, what do, the normal people think? What do a lot of people in the public think about all this? A lot of people think that Dog is actually really good at his job. A lot of people think that, he helped bring one of the FBI's most wanted or something, somebody told me. That was someone that was actually hiding out in Mexico, that he brought this guy back from Mexico, and he was like one of the FBI's most wanted or something. I know I may have doubted his abilities at first because I just grew up watching him on TV. I thought it was like cops, like mostly just like outrageously done things, and that it didn't really matter. I thought he was just a reality TV guy. But I've been watching more videos on him, and I have been learning more about him and everything, and I actually do believe that he can be a valuable asset to finding Brian Laundrie, of all things. Because he's been doing this for years. I mean, his TV show alone has went on for at least a decade. I mean, it was on TV when he married his wife, Beth, and it's still going, and she's passed on, which I loved Beth. I loved her. She was my favorite part of Dog the Bounty Hunter, and when she passed, I quit watching. So if that doesn't say anything, I mean, I thought it was just like a good reality TV show, but it's real. What I want to know is what you guys think. What do you guys think about Dog the Bounty Hunter joining the hunt for Brian Laundrie? Do you guys think that he is capable enough to help find Brian Laundrie? What are your all general thoughts about Brian in general? I mean, personally, in my opinion, okay? Opinions, beware. I think that his parents are helping him. Honestly, I think Brian's parents are helping Brian stay gone. I mean, they went out for a trip after he came back without Gabby in Gabby's van and acted like nothing ever happened. And then they went out for a camping trip. They didn't ask anything. So yeah, as always, give this a like if you liked it. If you want to see more videos from me, I do random stuff. It's why this is called The Random Show, after all. Give it a subscribe. It does help my channel. If I get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will be doing a giveaway. I really want to know your thoughts, so let's chat about it in the comments. I love you all, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.